Z100.
It is Z100 up in my studio with her festive hat. Please welcome Cher Lloyd.
Hello.
Look, I'm the only one clapping. We have
Yeah,
5
that's
people
awkward.
in here. It's okay. How are you? Welcome.
I'm really good, thank you. Yeah.
Do you hear the accent? Do you hear what's happening in America? You guys are taking over.
Really?
Like I told all the other fabulous UK people. Apparently, you know, that whole thing we did in 1776 coming back to bite us because you guys are taking over.
Oh.
You're taking over. You got to feel pride. Do you feel pride?
I do feel, yeah, that. Indeed.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you guys, seriously, taking over pop music scene in America. It's like 1963 all over again. Rolling Stones, Beatles, all you guys. And you made a name for yourself over there in the UK on a little show known as X Factor, where a lot of people over here were discovering it. Season 2, you know, was last year, and we're just, you know, it takes us a while. But it's been a huge show over there. Simon Cowell, everything else. You have a nice relationship with Simon, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls me trouble.
Why?
Because he doesn't set me any rules because he knows I will break them. We have this thing going on. It's like I think Simon's a tad scared.
Of you?
Yeah, I think so.
That man doesn't seem afraid of anything.
Well, it's quite strange because I'm 4 nothing, and yeah, he just lets me do what I want to do.
Yeah, you're in person. You are tiny. Like the videos on YouTube and stuff of the show, and also your music videos. Don't give it away, but you seriously could be like a gymnast. If music hadn't worked out, was there like a backup for you?
I was a gymnast.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
No, I was. Yes. Yeah.
And when did you start doing that? When you were like 5?
When I was around 8. Yeah.
She started. That's actually late for being a gymnast.
That's late.
That's why it didn't work out. That's why you went into music.
I did many things. I was into ballet for a stage. And then I did, you know, gym and things like that. And
so at what point did you like, okay, enough of this dancing and you know, gym and stuff. I want to do music. When did music enter?
Kind of had my whole thing planned out. I wanted to learn everything before I went into the singing, but I always knew that singing was something that I was dead set on doing. So I thought, well, maybe I should learn how to dance, do a bit of acting, be flexible, and then go for it. And that's what I did.
Wow. I knew that you were something different because, you know, just discovering who you were as of a couple of days ago when you finally entered, you know, the consciousness of, you know, pop music and stuff, at least in my mind. I'd seen your name float around, but I hadn't really, like, gone and checked out any of your stuff. To go into a show like X Factor and to cover that Carrie Hilson portion of that song like you did, like, no one does that. Like, it's always like, I'm going to do Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All. It's always like a really well-known song that they go and tackle. That was a risk.
Yeah, a massive risk, but I am a big risk taker. I believe to make yourself original and to stand out from the rest of the bunch, you need to do something different. So I did that.
What do you say to people? You know what you really need, Cher? You really need to go and conform and do this to, you know, this success will come, but first you need to follow this path. You then flip them off and throw things at them?
No, I sort of believe everything that I do, I want to have fun. Because I'm 18 years old, and in 20 years' time, I want to look back on it and be like, I had the best time ever.
As you should.
Even if I don't make it to the point where I want to be, or even if I do, I just want to look back and think, I did my best. I didn't follow every single instruction, but I'm happy.
The last thing you want to be is that woman in her mid-30s reading 50 Shades of Grey, and that's like the biggest thrill you have. You got 2 kids, you hate your life. 50 Shades is like the biggest thrill in your life. You know, so that's good. I'm so happy that you've like discovered I'm going to live it up right now because you just never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship right now? You can't be in a relationship, can you?
I'm engaged.
I didn't know. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm engaged.
Who is this person you're engaged to?
He is my lovely boy. He is sat outside at the moment. I don't know what he's doing.
He's here?
Probably on his like game console or something like that.
Oh, so he's on his phone outside right now.
Probably.
Wow. And how long have you known him? I don't know anything about this.
I met him a while back. And he was working at a hair salon.
Are you kidding? So he worked on your hair first?
He didn't actually work on my hair. I just like walked past him.
And it was that moment. You're like, hey.
It was just that moment, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
How long ago was this?
Like over a year.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're not at all worried that in your travels as an artist and as you begin to blow up and travel around the world, you're not concerned at all that there'll be temptations or that the stress, or will he just travel with you?
What? He goes absolutely everywhere with me. He does my hair.
Perfect. Well, that's a great relationship then.
He's like my hairdresser at the same time as being everything else.
That's where so many other
And you know what?
artists have gone wrong.
Yeah, and he is my happy coach as well, because I have sad moments where I think all this work is getting me down. I can't cope anymore. And then he sings a song, like a little happy song, does a little dance, and I'm happy again.
Cher's smart because she found a dude who has a skill
Yes.
and like a traveling companion skill and actually can do things versus so many other pop artists, won't name any names. Britney back in the day who had Kevin. Hey, all right, I need some money. You know what I mean? It's just like it ends up being just like a liability versus a companion.
Right.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it is. I think I've got it.
I was gonna say, how do you have it all worked out at 18? It took me like at 25 before I realized what was up.
I do not know. I honestly do not know how. It's a crazy world we live in.
You got
That's
Simon
all I'm
Cowell in your
gonna
back
say.
pocket. You got a dude who travels well. He's like an accessory, which is perfect. That's what you need.
Perfect.
It's what you need.
Yeah.
So what excites you about music? What is the one thing that makes you, like, physically, when you're out there and you're doing a performance, what gets you motivated to go on stage and give it your best and not just be like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. This is my fifth show in a row.
I love it when there's a crowd out there and you don't know whether they're going to like you or they're going to hate everything that you do. That excites me. It's like being on the line where you're like, I could do really, really well right now, or I could fail miserably. And that's what makes me so excited about music.
It's like a 50-50. You don't see it like, it's a 50-50 thing for you. It's always like a toss of a coin.
Yeah, and I love to have that difference, and I don't believe that I should be loved and liked by everyone. I feel like everyone should have their own opinion on me.
I like that.
Yeah.
So when you open up for other artists, is it tough when you the biggest artist you've opened for? Give me a name.
Right.
Give me a name.
What, like at festivals and stuff like that? I've done different sort of things where, Ed Sheeran's on the bill. And Ed Sheeran is huge. In the UK, he is huge.
Gotcha.
And I salute him, seriously. And I go
Can you show me how you salute him right now on Z100.com? That's how you're saluting this man. Perfect.
And you know what? You do get a bit nervous because you're like, these people ain't here to see me. They're here to see the big person. Yeah. But you know what? You dust it off, you go on and try and make people think, oh, actually, I want to go see that girl again. I may be here for so-and-so, but she was pretty good too.
Nice. That's good. Because I was worried about that being an artist. Like, okay, you go out there and you lose that motivation. You're like, I'm the peas and carrots before dessert. I'm really,
I'm just the person that got added to the bill like 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
I don't know if it's like this in the UK, but here, when you go and see a blockbuster like The Avengers or another big movie opening weekend, when you buy your ticket and you wait in line to get into the theater, you then wait into a separate queue before you go into the actual theater. Right. And I always feel like, it's like, and no one ever expects the second queue, even though it's been like that for years. And
I know.
Damn. And I don't ever want you to feel like that.
That always happens within life, any situation.
Right?
You think you're nearly there, and then bam, something comes along and it stops you in your track. That is my life story right there. Yeah.
Are you driven as much as like your hunger for success? Are you driven by like experiences that weren't the best in your life?
I work very strangely. I like to beat the last thing that I did, but I am not out to be the best. I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to be like, right, in a year's time, I want to be like Beyonce. That's not going to work for me. Come on. And
you never know.
No, I'm being realistic about this. I always think to myself, I want to be successful, but for the right reasons. I want to be happy.
I like that. Acceptable goals. I like that. Happiness is a very good goal.
Yes.
My wife told me not to say this, but I will. You are from Worcestershire.
Yes.
And I love your sauce.
Oh.
She said, don't say that. That is so stupid.
Oh, that is the funniest thing I've heard on my whole trip here in New York.
No, if that is the funniest thing you've heard on your whole trip, I apologize for the lack of comedy in New York City.
I love that. But you know what the strange thing is? In Worcestershire, we don't have a lot of Worcestershire sauce. It's crazy. Yeah, like you never see it. It's everywhere else.
Be honest. Do you walk around New York and you hear these Americans, like, these people are so stupid. These people just do not get, how is this country as big as it is? And these people just don't get it. Our people, we went to school, we go to college, we serve in the military proudly. These people are walking around, all they want is like their next meal. They're just looking for lunch. All they do is look for food. Gotta be like that. She'll never admit to it. I don't want to lose my fan base. And then they imitate your accent, which really offends a lot of people over there. It doesn't?
No, it doesn't offend me at all. I really like it because when I have someone that does it so badly, that makes me smile.
Oh. Well, and she smiled pretty well. Now, the thing I have to have you do, it's like a standard thing we do here.
Right, okay.
Let me hear your American accent.
I am rubbish. I'm absolutely rubbish at it.
Let's hear the best one you could do.
What can I say?
What's for lunch? I'd like a turkey sandwich.
Okay.
Here we go.
But this might offend a lot.
No, it won't. No, it's not like with you guys. It's okay. Like we expect. Yeah, this is always great.
What's for lunch? Do you have a turkey sandwich?
You sound like every intern that has ever interned here. That is perfect. You're so good at that. Seriously.
I tried my best.
See, that is perfect. That's good. Because she sounds like a confused American. That's because you're unsure of the voice, and we're all unsure of ourselves. So that's perfect.
Oh, dear.
Girl, continued success in everything you do.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope you bust through the American wall of stupidity.
It would be lovely.
Wouldn't it be perfect?
Would be lovely.
Outstanding. Cher Lloyd, thank you so much for rolling by Z100.
Thank you.
Awesome.